Like today's even pepper day.
Yeah.
And we're here.
Right.
We're
Here we are. Notice that there's no pepper.
We have no pepper.
Hey guys, I'm Chen,
I'm Payton.
and we are back with Nate and Haley.
Woo!
We can't get rid of sorry.
Like seriously, they won't.
They're keeping us trapped.
Today we brought them in to talk about dating challenges we faced here. Being foreigners and dating here in Korea. So what are the challenges we face, we've overcome, we've not overcome, all those things. And I just want to say that obviously what we're talking about, we're generalizing based off our experiences, like our friends' experiences. So this in no way is applicable to every single person. We're not trying to say that, but
It's just some road bumps we've come across.
yeah. So we just wanted everyone,
Personally.
we just wanted to share our stories and just that's it.
The low-hanging fruit is the language barrier.
Yeah.
Like, it's something you're gonna come across. I mean, obviously, you're dating in a foreign country.
You have to have a lot of patience. Like
Yes.
when you're dating someone and you know that English isn't their first language, and maybe they've only been studying it for like a little while, you have to just be very patient and like understanding whenever things go wrong. It can be very, very frustrating at times.
Even if you're studying Korean, even if you're working really hard on your Korean, there's words you want to express but you don't know how to say it.
Exactly.
And then you say it in your like language, but they don't. But then it doesn't come across. So it's like you have to really navigate your way when it comes to those things.
Yeah.
I've become really good at like understanding what people are trying to say with very few words. I've become so good at it.
She's
And I'll,
mastered
I'll
it now.
say it, and they'll be like trying to say something to me, and I'll be like, "Is this what you're trying to say?" Like, "Yes, exactly." And I'm like, "I'm so good."
So good.
Sometimes like it's hard. Like you feel bad because like the person that you're dating, they want to express something to you, and they like want to tell you how much they like you and enjoy your company, and they want to say it in a specific way, but they can't think of the words to use.
Right.
So it's like it's frustrating and sad for them, and then for you it's like also like the same feeling.
It can really build up over time.
Yeah.
As a side note, like just be careful of like translation apps because like
Because they don't work it as hard as you are.
like sometimes you're translating a word and then you read it and I'm like, that's not correct. Like that's not what that means. Don't think of it as like I'll just use Google Translate to like copy and paste all my messages.
What are you gonna do when you see them in person? Like just talk through your phone.
But like you know what's happened where like they'll like it's like they'll the whole date you're just constantly Google translating to each other. Like we've seen that happen.
That's happened.
Or like they'll like it's like they'll the whole date you're just constantly Google translating to each other. Like we've seen that happen.
That's happened. It's happened.
What are some other challenges?
Oh yeah, because for expats, like you don't know how long you are gonna stay, and like if
They
you
don't know how long you're
gonna stay, and they don't know how serious like it can get.
Right.
Like so, like you have to take all of those things in whenever you decide that you want to date in Korea. Like even if you're dating another expat, like it's just you never know who's gonna leave for what reason. Like your lives are changing like while you're living here, so it's all the things.
And it's true, like it's almost like sometimes like you're entering with the mind frame of like the most this could be is maybe a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, even your friends.
Any relationship.
Yeah. Because you don't know, like everything is like just temporary until you
decide.
Yeah.
I met one girl and I was like, oh, what brought you to Korea? And she's like, oh, my ex-boyfriend. And I was like, oh, this is gonna get some, we gotta spill some tea right now. And she moved like from Germany to Korea because she met this guy when he was in Germany. And they were like dating because he did a study program there. And then he was like, yeah, come to Korea. And they were dating. And then she moved to Korea for him. And then like a month later, they broke up.
Oh.
He broke up with her.
Oh.
That's rough.
And so she was now in Korea for this guy who broke up with her. So now she's just in Korea, which is also still great, but she was just like, what?
Yeah.
I think that's just something you have to be cognizant of going into anything.
Yeah. Finding space.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say finding someone.
Finding the right
Finding a good
person. You have to get used to your relationship being out in the open. So when you go on dates, you're gonna be in a cafe surrounded by 20 other couples. Because it's always couples. Or you're going to be at like a room cafe, and you'll be at least to be secluded in a private area with each other, but you're always out and about, and that can lead to a lot of stress. Like, what are we gonna do on this date? And then what are we gonna do on this date? Because like you can only go to the same couch in the same cafe how many times? I feel like back home we have a little bit more luxury where it's like, you know, we're gonna, you know, just hang out on our couch, you know, in the basement, whatever, you know.
In the basement?
I don't, whatever, you know.
The base?
I don't know.
Where are you going?
There's just a little, this went off the rails.
Side note, if you're single and you go to a cafe here, you're gonna feel extra single because everybody be a couple.
You're gonna feel extra single in Korea regardless.
Yeah, there's a couple.
But like all the
That's
time.
true, all the time.
We have a mutual friend, and this was like brought up. So how sometimes, and I've heard stories as well where families aren't as welcoming towards you. There are cases where families are like, oh man, yes, like hello, who are you?
I feel like there are a lot more families in Korea now that are like very open.
Yeah, but there are some. So just be like aware that there are still some where they're very against their children dating a foreigner.
So what would happen and what has happened in the past is like you will be working on your relationship with someone, and then there's the parents, in this case the parents, in the background saying like I know this girl, you know, from, you know, my best friend's daughter, like why don't you go on a date with her? Like always promoting someone else.
How do they know you're dating
promoting them going on dates
with other people.
With other people.
And like
full on knowing that they're in a relationship, a happy relationship.
Or like saying like they're distracting you from your work or like things like that. Whenever like our friend and her boyfriend, they would actually study together. Like she would make him study, and she would also study Korean like whilst he was studying for his degree. And so she wasn't distracting him from his work. Like she was helping him. Like she was.
But it's also like you're clearly not worried about that because you're saying like she's distracting you because you're dating.
Meanwhile, go on this date.
Go on this date with this other person.
Exactly. Yes.
So like it's just obviously
it's transparent what's actually happening a little bit, but it's just something to keep in mind.
And it's not like super common, obviously we want to throw that out there, but it is something that happens, and we just wanted to share that with you guys. The last point we want to make is that, you know, we all know about yellow fever. I know about yellow fever. It's like story of my life coming up. But like it works both ways here. There are people in Korea, again, not everyone, but like there are cases where like there are foreign fantasies, I guess.
Yeah, people are going to fetishize you. Some people, you know, and there are some foreigners that come to Korea and they will fetishize people like Koreans. And you have to be careful in a relationship. Just, you know, part of always going back to communication. I think it's one of the most important things is like being real and honest with each other, you know, because you don't, you know, that's scary to get stuck in a relationship where you think it's a relationship and serious, and then you realize it's like, it was never going anywhere in the first place.
It was just like a bragging point.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be a bragging point, or it was just, you know, it was just something to do.
They're just trying it out.
Yeah. You just got to make sure you don't catch no feelings.
It's like how like a lot of Korean people like to Payton or Halie, they'll be like, are you Russian? Or like, I really like girls from the Ukraine.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like, well, I'm not from there.
but also like, what?
How about Kentucky?
Hey y'all, we're Southern.
Hey y'all, we're Southern. Just be aware that like you might be like, really committed to this, and you find out later like they're not. They were never at that same headspace. So guys, let us know what you think in the comments below. If this happened to you, please let us know in the comments. Never ever forget to
like, comment, and subscribe.
See you guys next time. Bye.